Funny. Sail number one. Nubs. I'm glad I got you out. There's a tree down up there, looks like.
So due to all the problems with the COVID this spring, we were late getting the boat in, and we didn't splash until 5:12. This video was taken on 5:20. I believe it was our first sail together, and it was a really nice day. It was warm, and we decided to pull the dinghy down and go to shore and play around for the afternoon. So we were towing a dinghy at the time, and it was light wind and it was gusty out of the east, and we were on a beam reach to tight reach. The boat would power up nicely in the gusts and then slow down in the lulls. We were towing a dinghy, so we didn't see a whole lot of speed because we lose a knot or so, or at least a knot, knot and a half towing that heavy dinghy. So I remember as we turned up into the wind that I kept waiting for the mainsail to luff, but it didn't. And so I believe we were oversheeted quite a bit here. The wind had switched around to at least a beam reach and possibly even a little bit of a broad reach.
Which way? 15. So which way do I need to go?
Straight. Right now. So we're going to stop slowly here in a second. It's not too hard to beat.
We're at 16. Huh? Okay, we're at 8-6. 8-4. We're at 7-9.
Here Jolene's backing down on the anchor.
Oh, I got the dinghy over here. We're at 9-6. Huh?
She caught.
Oh my goodness, my bag is frying. Or, I mean, it's cooking.
Plenty warm out here.
This short clip was taken during a charter. Our guests were at the bow, hanging out up there, and that allowed my helper Lucas to come back into the cockpit and take a turn at the helm. Lucas enjoyed steering, and he was a good steerer. He could steer a straight course and play the wind. This was a pretty laid-back charter. There wasn't a whole lot of wind, and we didn't have a lot of speed. The wave motion made the boat a bit hobby-horsey at times, but all in all, it was just a nice gentle sail. This video was taken during another charter. It was a morning sail and slightly overcast, but great sailing conditions. We're beam reaching north on the east wind. It was a great sail. This video sequence is from a day in September when I was supposed to have a charter and they ended up being a no-show. So I went out sailing anyways because that's what I do. I started out on the wind heading north close to the race course that the Salhaven Yacht Club was having a race on, and then turned around and came back downwind on various broad reaches and beam reaches until I got back to the piers. The weather was overcast and it spit a little rain on and off at the beginning, but then it dried out. The wind got light as the sun set, and I was basically just bobbing around for a little while, but I was headed downwind and with the little waves there were, so I was moving and I just kept going with it. I decided not to turn on the motor. Finally, the wind picked back up just a little bit and I was able to maneuver. Here I just jibed back offshore, heading kind of southwest because I didn't like the angle I had at the piers. I figured I'd go south a ways farther and then turn and have more of a beam reach back towards the piers. Now it's basically dark and there is a little bit of wind. All the lights are bright and I have my night vision now, and I'm just about to make the turn back towards the piers. Coming into Salhaven at night is pretty straightforward. It's very well lit up. On the north side, you have a green light that flashes and marks that pier head. And on the south pier head, the lighthouse has a red light that stays on constantly. And then there's the catwalk that used to give access to the lighthouse. It's a raised catwalk that runs from the shore all the way to the lighthouse above the pier head. And it's not used anymore, but now it's used for a light fixture. So there's a bunch of white lights that shine down on the pier, and it makes it very well lit up and a very pronounced entrance to Salhaven. Obviously here I'm not going up the channel, I'm heading towards the beach. I wasn't ready to go in yet, so I went in the lee of the south pier to see how calm it was in there actually, and then I turned around and went back out and sailed around a little bit more before going in, but I didn't film anymore because it was so dark. This footage came from a charter towards the end of the season, one of the last charters, and it was just a nice sunny day and it was a great sail. We had good wind and good speed, and we were quite a ways offshore, about 2 miles, and I know that because you'll see in just a second there'll be a buoy that comes into view on the upper left side of the screen, and that's the Salhaven buoy. It's 2 miles offshore and it gives quite a bit of information. You can get from the internet or actually just from a phone call. You can call it and it'll give you the information. It gives you wind speed, wave speed, temperature, water temperatures down to about 50 feet. And it also has a camera on it that Wood TV 8 sponsors, and they use that for some of their news broadcasts. They'll show a condition, what the conditions are like on the lake from that buoy. This video comes from one of our last charters. It was late September, and it was just a really nice sunny day out, and it was a beautiful sunset. So I've recorded this in high speed, our approach back into the pier heads and as the sun sets. And it goes all the way to our slip, so you'll see us cruise the entire channel here. But what makes this sail special was it was our giveaway charter, and it was supposed to be scheduled in July, but it didn't happen, and so the lady rescheduled it for later in the year. She actually gave it to her son and his girlfriend, and so that's who I have on board here. And they had a pretty good time sailing. It was a nice sail earlier on, and then the wind kind of died down right at the end and just made for a beautiful sunset. Something that doesn't usually happen is that when you go through the bridge and the last boat goes to the bridge and they start to close the bridge, they usually don't open it back up. But this time they did. I'm thinking the bridge operator didn't see the boat, and either that or this boat kind of snuck in behind us somewhere. I don't remember seeing the boat either. But there's another boat that comes through the bridge and then follows us up the river behind us. And that is very odd that they opened the bridge back up. Oh, we're coming into the dock hot. Man, I'm working fast and hard, but now I think it's time for a beer and relax.